So I pretty much just flushed my money down the toilet. Jesus, that must have been a boring video. When do I ever wear baby pink lips? Never. The answer's never. Today is the first time in ages that I've used my straighteners on my hair, and it's just really weird. I feel like it's just really flat against my head. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be me talking through products that I actually regret buying, and well, I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. This video is not to try and drag people or cause any drama or anything like that. It is literally just products that I have personally bought, not really got on with, and then regretted buying because, you know, I spent my money on it and now I don't really use them anymore. They didn't work out for me. I also do just want to clarify that I know that so many products will work for one person and they just won't work for another person, and that is totally fine. It's all about personal preference and just like what works for you, what works for your skin type. Nothing sinister. These products just did not work out for me, and I kind of wish I could get my money back. Actually, maybe I'll sell some of them on Depop. Do I move closer? The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. This was pretty expensive. I remember I ordered it off the Tarte website when this first came out. I bought this at the time because it was so kind of like hyped about, because the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer was so hyped about and I loved that concealer. But the foundation was just, like, it was okay. It was fine. I did quite like it. But I definitely have not got my money's worth out of this foundation. Like, I haven't used it in forever. The applicator is like a giant doe foot, which is pretty much the same sort of applicator that the concealer comes with. I think it would have been better if it had a pump because it's a little bit awkward to use. Just in general, like, it was an okay foundation. It was quite thick. It was quite heavy, which at the time, like, I definitely preferred. But I just did not get my money's worth out of this. And I think that the concealer was a lot better. First of all, the concealer had a better shade range, that's for sure. I know that they did extend the shade range, but it's like, you should have just started out with a better shade range, and I really wish that at the time I hadn't bought it, so that is why I regret buying this foundation. The next thing that I regret buying, there's a couple of products from this brand that I do regret, but again, there's a couple of products that I do still quite like, but these two in particular, the Florence by Mills Brow Gel and the concealer, I just have not really used these since my testing video. The brow gel in particular, I tried two different shades of these. I think I tried medium brown and dark brown. The first time around when I reviewed these products, I did buy all of them myself, and then the Florence by Mills team actually watched my video, saw that the brow gel didn't work out for me in terms of the shade because it was red. Like, that eyebrow gel was just straight up red on my eyebrows. They very kindly then sent over the dark brown shade for me to try, which is also pretty red. It's quite a warm toned brow gel. I know that some of my brow products can be on the warmer side, but this one was just a bit too far. Would probably be perfectly fine if you did actually have dark brown hair. Obviously I fill in my eyebrows a little bit lighter, darker than my hair colour is. Haven't used it since. And same with the concealer. I actually quite like the, oh, I've actually got it in here. I quite like the skin tint. That was quite nice, and I do occasionally use this on days where I'm having like very light makeup. But the concealer, I just don't really use it. The applicator is one of these cold sort of metal applicators, which is totally fine for their eye cream because you rub it in with the applicator. But for a concealer, I don't know, I just think that's a bit odd because you obviously don't use this metal thing to blend it in because that just would not work. And it's quite a light coverage concealer. I think, to be honest, I'm fine to have a light coverage sort of tinted moisturizer type thing. But if I'm gonna go in with a concealer to conceal specific areas, I don't really see the point in a light coverage concealer, just for me personally. Nothing against Millie Bobby Brown though, but these products just aren't for me. The next product that I'm gonna talk about is a palette. This is the Jaclyn Hill Flash Highlighter Palette. Don't get me wrong, okay? The highlighters in here are absolutely beautiful in terms of the formula. I think that they performed stunning. Like, they are really, really smooth, beautifully pressed, beautiful shades. I don't even know if you can see those swatches. But the reason that I regret purchasing this is because I have got so many similar tones of highlighters and it was pretty bloody expensive. Also as well, the actual packaging is very chunky. Like, I wouldn't have minded a palette this size if it was maybe half the thickness. But like, this is a thick, heavy palette. She's thick. I like that there's a big mirror in there, that's nice. But also like this little patch here, like what what's the purpose of this? I think they could have made the palette with just those 4 shades, or even just making it a little bit more lightweight. I know that her packaging was all kind of custom and it does look really pretty, but it's just so bulky and it was very, very expensive, especially to get it shipped over from the US. So yeah, I do kind of regret buying this because I don't really use it. I do quite like her individual ones, like the loose ones, and I've used those a bit more, but I just don't really reach for this palette. And like, is there really need to make a palette an inch thick? Like, I love Jaclyn, and obviously this was her own brand and everything, but regrets. This probably won't be a surprise to people because I made a whole video on this. Another product that I regret buying is the Gucci mascara. This is called the Mascara L'Obscure. Packaging is gorgeous. I think the packaging looks really nice. It's got like a metal gold lid, obviously not real gold. This mascara was £30 and it did not live up to its £30 price tag. But I did talk about that in a full video review that I did on this. The actual applicator itself is nice. Like, it goes on nice. It distributes a nice amount of product. But the one downfall to this mascara is that it transferred onto my face throughout the day. Like, mate, if I'm paying 30 quid for a mascara, I want it to stick to my lashes until I decide to take it off. I don't want it to be smudging halfway down my face when it gets to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know? That is my one pet peeve with mascaras. So the mascaras that I do love, they have to not do that. I think it's because my skin is on the oilier side that it kind of, you know, my lashes will dip into the oil that's just sitting on my face, and my eyelids can get a bit oily as well, so I think that's why it ends up transferring around my eyes. I was really hoping that it wouldn't, considering I paid £30 for it, so it may be Gucci, but just because you're spending more doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better, you know? The next thing that I regret buying, I hate to say it, and oh my god, this has got nothing to do with the drama on YouTube at the moment. I'd actually planned this video a couple of weeks back before all of that kicked off. Just saying. The Tarte Beauty, whatever these are, I can't even remember what they're called. Blenderful. I think they were called the Blenderfuls. Again, I did a whole video review on this and I've maybe used it once since that video. They are some microfiber type sponges that you're supposed to use to kind of, you know, do your full face of makeup, and you can fold it into different shapes and stuff, but I just personally found, like, I don't know if I was using it wrong, but I found that it made my makeup not as smooth as if I was to use a sponge. And also, I feel like it took me a lot longer to blend it because I had to do like, I don't know, I find sponges a lot easier to use. That's kind of the end review on it. I just prefer a sponge, not worth the money for me. I know people that do love this. I am not one of them. No shade to Tarte. I absolutely flipping love her eyeshadow palette. But those little blendy things, no. No, 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 no. The next things that I regret buying are the Haus Labs makeup bits, because again, these were a bit more on the pricey side. This is Lady Gaga's makeup range, if you didn't know. I know that she has released some different products since her first launch, so maybe those are a little bit better. To be fair, I didn't mind the gloss and the lip liner is nice, but the main thing that I was disappointed with was the Glam Attack Liquid Shimmer Powder in Aphrodite, or Aphrodite. So if you go back and watch my video on this, I did quite like it. It is pretty, but I think the Stila ones are so much better, and I'm pretty sure the price is around the same sort of price range. I've even got Colourpop ones that I prefer. I just think the actual colour payoff of this is quite weak. It's quite a sheer sort of formula, so you have to build it in quite a few layers. So I don't know, it was just kind of average in my opinion. It didn't really blow me away enough to want to use it again. So I regret buying it. It was a bit of a waste of money. But obviously I know that it is my job to review makeup on this channel, so I can't regret buying stuff altogether, because at the end of the day, like, me showing you guys how something works and giving you my opinion on it, it might be helpful to some people to decide whether or not they want to buy it. But like, yeah, I don't really use this. So some of my limited edition MAC lipsticks, I bought these when I was like 18, so they're probably about 5 years old. There's just a couple in particular that I definitely regret buying because I haven't used them. I've even got a couple of my limited edition MAC lipsticks that have just been sitting in their box unopened because I never even got round to using them. So I've pretty much just flushed my money down the toilet and I will never get that money back. These two in particular, I got the matte lipstick in Opera, which had the cool Toledo limited edition packaging. The packaging is really cool and I do really like it, but I bought this shade. Oh my god, I was about to say I literally never wear red lipsticks. I'm wearing a red lipstick today, but it's quite a rare occasion. And I've maybe worn this like 3 or 4 times in my life since I bought it. It's still very full. And it just sits there looking pretty, but it doesn't really serve a purpose. And then the other one that I regret buying is the MAC Viva Glam Ariana Grande lipstick. I did go through a bit of a phase when I was about 18 or 19 where I would love a dark lipstick in the autumn winter sort of time. And I think at the time I did a full review video just on this lipstick, which Jesus, that must have been a boring video. I don't really tend to gravitate towards this sort of colour anymore. Another product that I regret buying is one of the Jeffree Star lip glosses. Actually, both of the Jeffree Star lip glosses that I've got. I've got this one and then I have another one which is like a peach sort of colour, which I don't even know where that ended up. I did a video review on these and to be honest, I think I said in that video that I don't really think I would use it very often. This colour in particular, I just don't know why I got it. Also, I just want to point out this stuff was going to be in the video before all of the like Jeffree and Shane drama. But yeah, I don't, why did I buy this colour? Like, am I alright? When do I ever wear baby pink lips? Never. The answer's never. And then moving on to eyeshadow palettes, which are the last thing in this video because they are like the biggest. I have actually mentioned this a couple months back in a video where I retried makeup that I hadn't fully loved the first time round. And this is one of them. The ever famous Conspiracy palette with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. At the time, I bought the whole collection because it was so hyped and I wanted to review it for you guys, and I did do a review of the whole collection. But it was an expensive eyeshadow palette and I have probably used this 4, maybe 5 times since I bought it. I just, like, the colour story just isn't for me. I don't know what it is, but just whenever I look at it, I don't feel super inspired. So I just don't think that this was worth my money. I know that a lot of people love this and think that the colour story is amazing, but I don't know, I just feel like for my personal tastes, it's missing a darker matte brown, it's missing any sort of like gold shades, but I know that this was not designed to be a neutral palette. That's not what it was supposed to do. Don't really use it and probably won't use it again. So I don't know. Packaging is really cool, but now this is bulky. And then the final 2 palettes that I regret buying are kind of on the purple side. And this is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. I just realised there's some like sticky stuff on the front of this. This is the second palette. Her first palette that she did with Morphe, I really liked. I thought it was really pretty. This is the volume 2. I don't personally use that many purple, pink sort of shades. Occasionally I do, like I don't mind it, but it's just not a palette that I think I would get enough use out of to keep it. And I think I have used this twice since I bought it. I've done a purpley pink look with it and I've done a neutral look with it, and I don't think I've used it other than that. Some of the shades in this I have not even used at all, like not even touched them, not even swatched them. Like all of these purple ones, it's kind of like a split between neutrals and then pinks and purples. I think that she really could have done with putting in a dark matte brown. It's not for me. Much preferred her first palette, so I think I might put this one on Depop. And then the final palette that I regret buying is the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. This one just was not for me. Again, I think I might sell this on Depop. I did actually say after my review video on this that I thought I was going to get rid of it. I won't lie to you, the only reason I bought this was to review it in a video because a lot of people have been asking me to test it. It's still got like the bit of plastic on it. I've used this once, haven't used it since. Like the eyeshadows were fine, they were nice, they had some pretty shades in here, but I'm just not going to use it again, so there's no point me keeping it, and it was expensive, so yes, I regret buying it. Maybe if anybody is still, you know, wanting to buy from Jeffree and wanting to have a pretty purple eyeshadow palette, then I might put this on my Depop because I'm not going to use it again. So those are the products that I regret buying. If these are some of your favourite products, that is totally fine. It's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that you have to hate them. Doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with them in particular. Just me being me, I didn't get on with them and you know, haven't used them. So, by the way, if you still want to get your hands on my Skinny Dip collection, there are still some pieces left. I think all of the phone cases are still in stock in various sizes. The pop sockets are still in stock, I think. The black t-shirt, crop t-shirt with the sun on it is still in stock, and the white crop t-shirt is still in stock. Oh, and the smaller wash bag as well, which is absolutely stunning. Also, I know that some people had some complications with their orders, and I'm so sorry about that. Obviously, like, it's out of my control, which I hate because I'm not the one that's like packaging them up and shipping them out myself. They're obviously coming from Skinny Dip's warehouses, and on the website there was some kind of like technical issue with the fact that two of the t-shirts had the descriptions flipped over, so people would have a picture of the blue t-shirt but it had the description of the grey one. At the time, Skinny Dip did notice that kind of technical fault, but I think about 500 people had already placed their orders with that issue, so they then had to contact the warehouse to be like, hold up, we need to figure this out to see like who's bought what, because people obviously just bought based off the picture, not what the t-shirt was titled. So that has slowed things down a bit. So if you did order either of those t-shirts, I'm really sorry that there might have been a couple of issues, and I'm pretty sure they were saying that they were shipping out those orders at the beginning of this week, so I'm really sorry if you guys were affected by that. Like, really sucks. Right, I'm gonna answer a question of the day. If you've got any questions for me, leave them down below with the hashtag question of the day. Oh, by the way, I have actually ordered a new light to try up here. It's a more warm toned one. I've been listening to some of your feedback, so I'm hoping that it will look cute, but we'll see when it arrives. Today's question comes from Sol F, and they said, love the video, Soph, also the curtains look amazing. Thank you. Question of the day, did it take you some time to feel comfortable in your new filming room, or was it straight away? Does it feel natural yet? Yeah, it was definitely really weird at first because I was so used to filming in my bedroom. It definitely feels natural now, and I do really love this little filming room. The only thing that I haven't got quite down yet is my audio. I know that it was a lot better in my old bedroom, but that's because I had a bed in there and a mattress and duvet and stuff, which absorbed a lot of the echo. But because obviously this is a room that doesn't have any bed in it, it's a bit more echoey, so I still need to try and look into some stuff that can make my sound a bit better, but other than that, I'm pretty comfortable here and I absolutely love it. Like, it's been so handy to have another filming room, and also as well, I edit in here as well. I've got my desk kind of over here. It's just a nice little workspace at the moment, so yeah, I've really been enjoying it, and I definitely find it a lot more comfortable now. Right, I think I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you guys are okay. I'm gonna go get a snack because I am bloody hungry. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye!